Microcampus is a definition of real-life learning. The village and people of Xizhou, a village located in the Yunnan province of China, are our classroom. On November 19, 2016, 9 other students and I embarked on the experience of a lifetime. Surrounded by clean air and friendly people, the other students along with myself had the opportunity to connect with the locals about a topic we choose prior to arrival. This topic would be called our inquiry project. This inquiry project is an essential part of the microcampus experience as it requires us to challenge ourselves and not reach, but leap out of our comfort zones. We are responsible for the quality of our completed inquiry project and everything else that comes within the process. We were given a long list of topics to choose from and the ability to create our own. Personally, I created the topic of facial features based on ethnic groups. During my time in Xizhou, I was able to learn not just about this topic, but eventually learned about myself in the process. In order to effectively convey all the information I have learned, I created a thesis statement, focusing on the views presented to me by the locals. My thesis statement is, in order to fully understand the difference in facial appearance between ethnic groups, one must consider the local community's perspectives on the Bai people, Hui people, and Han people. There are over 2 million Bai people in China, and 80% of those are located in the Dali area, which is where Xizhou is. Xizhou is more than 90% Bai, so it's hard to find the other ethnic groups. The Bai people are known not only for their skill in agriculture, but also their talent and history behind their form of traditional dance. The Bai people are mostly Buddhist and worship the common god. Traditionally, the Bai people wear colorful flowered embroidered clothing and a matching headpiece. According to the villagers, the Bai people speak differently than all the other ethnic groups. This is because they not only have their own language, but also speak Mandarin Chinese with an accent. The Bai people also live in a more traditional lifestyle because they have kept their history. Personality-wise, the Bai people are more hospitable and welcoming to outside visitors and local guests. Talking about facial features specifically, I had lots of contradictions. Miss Duan said that the Bai have lighter skin. However, Miss Zhao said the Bai have darker skin. I still do not know how two Bai people can think of their ethnic groups in different ways. It must be the difference in perspectives. In addition, Jiang Yang and Miss Zhou said that Bai people have more defined, sharper faces, but Miss Zhang said that the Bai people are perceived to be more coarse, which means that their facial features are not elegantly formed or proportioned. There was not much information I gathered about the facial features of Bai people. I believe this is because the village is mostly Bai, and over half the people I talked to were also Bai. It is hard to compare your facial features to other people who are supposedly similar to you than to look at people's facial features who you are not associated with whatsoever. The Hui Muslim is the other main ethnic group in Xizhou, even though there are not very many of them. In contradiction, the Hui is one of the biggest minorities in China, with over 9 million civilians. The Hui people have been deeply influenced by the Islamic religion. For example, they do not eat pork and never drink alcohol. The Hui people always wear very distinct clothing, which distinguishes them from the other ethnic groups. The women will also wear headscarves, while the men wear brimless caps. In addition, the Hui clothes are generally very simple, with basic colors and patterns. The Hui also speak Arabic, and speak Mandarin Chinese with an accent. Again, there was some contradiction with skin color. Miss Duan and Ma Shuiling said that the Hui skin was darker, but Miss Ma and Mr. Yang said that the Hui skin was lighter. There's a lot of comments from the locals about Muslim noses. Miss Zhang and Mrs. Duan both said that the Muslim noses are higher arched and sit higher on the face. Mrs. Li also said that the Hui have bigger noses, especially closer to the bottom. There was also comments made on the Hui people's eyes. Miss Zhang and Miss Li both said that the Muslims have deeper set eyes. Miss Ma said that the Hui's eyes are darker, and Ma Shuiling said that their eyes are bigger. Looking at the face in general, Miss Zhou said that the Hui's faces are rounder and more circular. The local community had lots of information to say about the Hui people. I believe this is because there are not as many Hui in the village compared to Bai, so the majority of the community has been viewing this ethnic group in different ways than their own. The Han people are considered the majority in China. This is because their population is greater than all the other ethnic groups. There are about 1.16 billion Han people, accounting for 19% of the world's population. The Han speak Mandarin Chinese and have no language of their own. The Han are a lot more modern than all the other minorities. Miss Duan and Miss Zhao both said that the Han people wear lots of unnatural makeup and wear lots of different modern hairstyles. Mrs. Duan also said that the Han people dress very modernly. About the face in general, Miss Fang said that they have a flatter face with a flat nose and not as prominent cheekbones. For the Han, there was no disagreement about their skin color. Miss Ma said they had darker skin in relation to the other ethnic groups. Miss Ma also said that the Han's eyes appear to be darker than the other ethnic groups. The Han people also look similar to different ethnic groups. This is because there has been a lot of marriage between the Han and other minorities. Miss Wang, Zhang Yang, Mr. Yang, and Miss Fang all said that in this area, the Bai and the Han look very similar. I think this is because this village is mostly Bai, so when the Han arrived, the Bai and the Han started to look similar because of all the intermarriage. Miss Yang also said that the Han and Miao look very similar in facial appearance. Since the Han is the majority, it is harder to find similarities in facial features upon all of them because their population is so large. Microcampus has been the experience of a lifetime. Because of this inquiry project, I not only learned about my selected topic, but also about myself. During this process, I sought understanding about the people in the village and their perspectives. I was able to connect with locals in the village and discuss their viewpoints on different ethnic groups and their ethnic group. I was able to understand the significance of these ethnic groups and the role they play in Chinese society. I also now understand why Chinese people all look different, so I can officially say that I have now escaped from being under that common misconception. In addition, I also learned how people in the village see different people's ethnic groups and how they can tell who is part of what ethnic group. Furthermore, I now understand what makes a specific ethnic group important and what special things they have to offer to China as a whole. I learned about myself in a variety of different ways as well. I found out that going past your comfort zone is where everything is learned. In Shizhou, I was first scared to go up to a random stranger and start asking them questions, because that is something that you never do in Shanghai. I soon learned that I had to talk to everyone and anyone, and they were not going to come to me, so I had to go to them. I put my 3 years of Chinese classes to the test, and most of the time they couldn't understand a word I said, but that's not really the point. I tested my abilities at self-discipline and responsibility. I was in control of the project, and I had to finish everything on time and with quality. The teachers were not going to change the expectations just for me. In conclusion, Microcampus was the best month of my life so far, and I'm almost positive it will stay like that for a very long time. Thank you to every person I talked to. Without you all, I would have no information. As a result, no inquiry project. Thank you to Miss Mai and Mr. T for your constant patience and guidance of myself and the rest of the group. Thank you to the Revival Group for being absolutely amazing. And most importantly, thank you to the village of Xizhou for being my home, away from home, away from home.